also staying with Republic TV. I'm Sakal Bhatt and you're watching Fast News. In the next half an hour, we'll get you all the quick updates as far as top national, international and sports stories of the day are concerned. Let's begin. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, while delivering a fiery speech at Jagdalpur in Chhattisgarh, attacked urban Naxals. Prime Minister stated that the urban Naxals gave guns in the hands of children at an age when they are supposed to be studying and thus shattering their dreams. In an unsparing attack on the Congress, Prime Minister Modi questioned the party for supporting and backing the urban Naxals. He also went on to sharpen his attack, saying that Congress never worked to develop the region. Prime Minister Modi has yet again made the Vikas speech, saying that the main motive of the BJP is development and the party is working towards its Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas agenda. In an all-out attack to Raj Babbar, Prime Minister Modi also slammed the Congress UP chief for his comments on Maoists. Remember, Babbar last week had called Naxals as revolutionaries. Moving on day one of his two-day visit to Chhattisgarh, Congress President Rahul Gandhi attacked Prime Minister Modi and stated that he only favoured his rich friends for the past 4.5 years and has waived off businessmen's loans. Meanwhile, Congress President also yet again raked up Rafale issue during his speech in Chhattisgarh. Rahul stated that Prime Minister changed the actual price of Rafale aircraft. And continuing his attack on the centre, Rahul Gandhi stated that when the Panama Papers were released, the former Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif was convicted, but when the name of Raman Singh's son was there, no action was taken. In other news, Shiv Sena has intensified its Mandir movement after announcing his Chalo Ayodhya initiative. Uddhav Thackeray will now collect bricks for Ram Mandir tomorrow from Sena workers. And a day after Pakistan warned India on INS Arihant, the Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Ravish Kumar has replied to Pakistan, saying that it is an irony that Pakistan is lecturing them, and he's also added that India is a responsible nation. Congress's Randeep Surjewala attacked Prime Minister Narendra Modi over demonetization. Surjewala stated that demonetization was an attempt to convert black money to white. And the Indian Army got a major boost as they inducted two powerful artillery guns in their arsenal. Along with the guns, a 6x6 tower vehicle to tow the guns were also inducted. And as 3 inductions were made to boost the power of the Land Forces, Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman took to Twitter to announce the unveilings of the 2 power guns and 1 6x6 gun tower vehicle that will add much boost to the might of the Indian Army. And out of the 100 K9 Vajras that India is supposed to acquire in the next 2 years, 90 will be made in India. The rest 10 will be made in South Korea. Staying with the story, the K9 Vajra will have 3 modes of firing capabilities. The first one being the burst mode, which fires 3 rounds in 30 seconds. The next being intense mode, which fires 15 rounds in 3 minutes. And lastly, sustained mode, which fires 60 rounds in 60 minutes. And the 2 guns that is to be inducted today are first set of the artillery guns that have been inducted since the Bofors was inducted way back in 1986. In other news, the Congress staged pan-India protest in the national capital today. Congress leaders hit the streets outside RBI office, demanding an apology from Prime Minister Modi on demonetization. Congress leader Ashok Gehlot, who led the protest in the national capital, was detained by cops after protests turned violent. And several Congress protesters gathered outside RBI office in New Delhi against the demonetization. Congress leaders were seen holding placards putting the onus on Prime Minister Modi of failure of demonetization. And over in Mumbai, Congress chief Sanjay Nirupam led protests on the streets where hundreds of Congress workers gathered to highlight the failures of demonetization. Moving on, former Law Minister of Karnataka, T.B. Jayachandra, made a shocking statement that has sparked off a massive controversy. Jayachandra stated that Prime Minister Modi should be burnt alive as he failed to resolve the demonetization crisis in 50 days. Former Law Minister of Karnataka, T.B. Jayachandra, who made a statement to burn Modi alive, said that he will not apologize to his statement that he made on the Prime Minister. Meanwhile, BJP spokesperson Shambhit Patra has attacked Rahul Gandhi and Congress over their demonetization protest, saying that Rahul lost his black money and hence was against the note ban. National Conference leader Umar Abdullah lashed out at the government today and has demanded talks with Hurriyat. Umar has said that if the government can allow non-official participation in the Moscow dialogue where a Taliban delegation is present, then why not have a dialogue with separatists? Meanwhile, MEA today clarified its position on the talks with Taliban, saying that they have just said that they will be participating in the meeting with Afghanistan, and also went on to add that their participation will be at a non-official level. In news from down south, the Sarkar controversy continues with several voices backing the makers. Rajni and Kamal Hassan have spoken out on the controversy, slamming the government for the arm twisting of the filmmakers. And after AIADMK raised concerns over some of the scenes where freebies were given by the elected government are burnt in the film, the Sarkar filmmakers have now given in to the government pressure, agreeing to drop this scene from the movie itself. Meanwhile, the battle between AIADMK and Vijay's Sarkar is creating a lot of furor in Chennai, with the cadres of AIADMK creating ruckus today. They vandalized posters and cutouts placed outside the theatres. And following this bigger controversy over Sarkar film, director A.R. Murugadoss applied for anticipatory bail in Madras High Court. He said that he did not intend to hurt the sentiments and has been granted protection from the arrest. From Tamil Nadu to Karnataka, former Karnataka Minister Janardhan Reddy has filed for the anticipatory bail today. The Bangalore court adjourned the hearing on Monday as Reddy remains still absconding. In other news, rejecting the plea made by Maran brothers, a single-judge bench at the Madras High Court will frame charges against them by the CBI court in the alleged telephone exchange case. After successfully stitching an alliance with the JDS at Bangalore yesterday, Chandrababu Naidu is meeting MK Stalin, the DMK, at his residence as we speak in an effort to bring DMK on board for the Mahagathbandhan. And news coming in from Punjab, Chief Minister Amrinder Singh, in a letter written to External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj, has urged to take up the issue of opening the corridors from Dera Baba Nanak to Sri Kartarpur Sahib in Pakistan. Countering the corruption charges against CBI Director Alok Kumar by his Special Director Rakesh Asthana, Alok Kumar appeared at the CVC office today and laid point-by-point rebuttal to all the allegations before the panel headed by the Central Vigilance Commissioner KV Chaudhary. CBI Special Director, meanwhile, Rakesh Asthana was also present at the CVC office today with regards to the corruption charges he levelled on CBI Director Alok Verma. Congress President Rahul Gandhi participated in a grand road show in Chhattisgarh today to showcase his strength for the upcoming elections. Along with him in the grand road show was Atal Bihari Vajpayee's niece Karuna Shukla. She is also, remember, pitted against Chief Minister Raman Singh in the elections. And with just a day ahead of the Tipu Jayanti, another mega face-off between the state and the BJP party, where Karnataka Minister D.K. Shiv Kumar says that the BJP always opposes national patriots. Citing health reasons, Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy said that he will not be participating in the celebrations of Tipu Jayanti that is to be held tomorrow, and he said that he will be on 3 days rest until November 11. AMMK Deputy General Secretary TTV Dinakaran along with 18 MLAs have met the party General Secretary VK Sasikala at Parapana Agrahara prison in Bangalore to apprise Sasikala on the latest political developments and also to discuss the further course of action in Tamil Nadu politics. Moving on, BJP Save Sabrimala Rath Yatra embarked on street rallies from Kasaragod district in North Kerala to protect the customs and traditions of the Sabrimala temple. The rallies were led by State Presidents P.S. Sridharan Pillai. He also flagged off former Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yedurappa. Staying with Sabrimala news, the portals of the holy shrine Kedarnath temple have been closed for the winter season right after Diwali. In fact, the worship continues for next 6 months post-winter.
For the last 10 long years, Sea Voter has been tracking public opinion on a daily basis. And now we are doing it along with Republic to bring you the national approval ratings to understand how the numbers are going to stack if the Lok Sabha elections happen as on today.
Bhai, de do. The leaders of Vietnam and Cuba pledged to deepen relations between two of the world's few remaining communist countries. In fact, President of Vietnam and his Cuban counterpart Miguel Diaz cancelled witnessing the signing of trade and finance agreements after an hour-long meeting in Hanoi. Moving on, federal investigators were seen outside the home of the California bar shooting suspect David Long. Neighbors described the man as distant in public but combative with his mother inside the suburban LA home. Hundreds of mourners gathered outside California Theatre and other venues to pay tribute to the 12 people killed in a mass shooting at a Thousand Oaks bar. People mourned by singing hymns and held hands in silence and remembered the departed. The Asia editor of the Financial Times, Victor Malay, has been refused entry to Hong Kong weeks after he was denied a new work visa. The Foreign Correspondents Club has reiterated its request for the explanation from Hong Kong's top official Claire Lam about the original visa denial. Russia is hosting peace talks in Moscow to end the war in Afghanistan and drawing delegates from the West-backed Kabul as well as representatives of the United States. Now, the talk is also aimed to bring together representatives of the Afghan authorities and the Taliban in an attempt to pursue national reconciliation. Meanwhile, China has said it is willing to work together with Australia for the sustainable development of the South Pacific region. This step was taken after Australia announced its plans to increase investments in infrastructure in the island countries as China's influence in those nations grows. Protesters have converged in cities in US to call for the protection of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into potential coordination between Russia and President Donald Trump's campaign. Several hundred demonstrators gathered on Thursday in New York's Times Square and chanted slogans against Donald Trump. Thailand's legislature has officially postponed legal amendments which allow the licensed medical use of marijuana, marking it a potential trailblazer in Asia in legalizing what used to be regarded strictly as a dangerous drug. The action was taken because of growing interest in the use of marijuana and its components to treat some medical conditions. A knife-wielding attacker killed one person, injured two others in a rush-hour stabbing rampage in downtown Melbourne before being shot and captured by police. Witnesses say that the man began attacking pedestrians near a pickup truck belonging to the attacker, which had exploded into flames. A fast-moving wildfire ravaged a northern California town that had sent residents racing to escape on roads which turned into tunnels of fire as thick smoke darkened the daytime sky. The state fire officials have said some residents in the town of Paradise, which was devastated, were trapped by the flames, and thousands in the region have evacuated, including those from schools and hospitals. And now let's get you some sports news. Team India, led by Captain Harmeet Kaur, will be looking for their maiden World T20 crown as they take on Kiwis in their opening match at Guyana. Ahead of the clash, coach Ramesh Pawar stated that the team is now ready for a better clash of nerves. And staying with sports news, Indian team management has decided to rest Umesh Yadav, Jasprit Bumrah and Kuldeep Yadav for the third T20 against West Indies in Chennai on Sunday. Team India have already clinched the series after winning the first two matches comprehensively. Meanwhile, Punjab seamer Siddharth Kaul was included in the squad for the final T20 to be held in Chennai on November 11th. BCCI in their media release quoted that they took the decision in order to give enough rest for the bowlers ahead of the Australian tour. Olympic silver medalist PV Sindhu crashed out of the China Open after she struggled to go past with her Chinese opponent in women's singles. It was Sindhu's third loss, and Qiu Binzhao, who had defeated her at the Indonesia Open and French Open in July and October this year. Meanwhile, Kidambi Srikanth also entered the quarterfinals on the back of the three-game win over Indonesia's Tommy Sugirato, followed Sindhu out of the tournament as he went down to his Taiwanese opponent. Srikanth proved to be a no-match for the fourth seed Cho Tin Chen and lost 14-21, 14-21 in just 35 minutes. Australia went on to beat South Africa by 7 runs in a thrilling ODI match in Adelaide, levelling the series 1-1 with all-rounder Marcus Stoinis picking up 3 wickets. South Africa were left stranded at 224 for 9 at 50 overs while chasing a stiff target of 232. Some more sports news. England claimed their first away test win in 13 matches on Friday with a commanding win registered against Sri Lanka in Galle. The hosts, chasing 462 for win, were all out for 250 on day 4, with Moeen Ali taking 4 wickets and Jack Leach scalping 3 wickets. And the Pakistan Cricket Board Chairman Ehsan Mani has now asked for the International Cricket Council's help in the restoration of bilateral ties between India and Pakistan. Mani said that it's ICC's responsibility to ensure that there are bilateral ties between all member nations. Former India batsman Mohammad Kaif has been chosen as the assistant coach of the IPL franchisee Delhi Daredevils for the upcoming 2019 season. Kaif assisted Brad Hogg in the Gujarat Lions in the 2017 IPL season. And with Cricket Australia in much disarray, spin legend Shane Warne has offered to help the Australian cricket team to help them come out of their horror run. Warne wanted to help revive Australian cricket and reckoned Cricket Australia that it should look at other former cricketers to help the national team's revival.